right, guys, ready to read some more. This time I'm praying she stays asleep. All right, here we go. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Hello. Hi. I'm Wenda. Where's Waldo's girlfriend? If you're not familiar with Wenda or Waldo, let me give you a quick lesson. Here he is. Now, I have to tell you, even though I'm quite fond of him, I spend most of my time trying to find him. And now that we are distanced apart from each other, he probably would be easy to find, but you know, I just can't find him yet. So I'm just gonna set him back here, and I'll show you how we've been talking. 1994 called, and here's our phone. There's a nice little cord to it, and I usually just dial 841-1779. I'll wait for him to pick up. He probably got lost. That's okay. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. Being Wenda in the Where's Waldo's books, I am very fond of photography. But I wanted to show you what photography used to look like. I heard there's these things called camera phones now. This is one of my old Kodak cameras, actually, and there's so many amazing things to it. It's been forever because I updated mine. I don't even know if I'll be able to take this apart, but let's see if I can do it. Probably not for now. So anyways, I usually take off my cover, I can adjust it, and there's this little thing called film. So I have to take this film out of the canister and then put it into my camera, and I only have 24 pictures I can take, and I can't see them. The next camera I went to was this little handy dandy fella. It's a Canon camera. I have film in it still from probably 2001 that I need to take out and develop. But once more, can't see my picture. Then I graduated to this fancy little thing. I could see the pictures I took, and I could decide if I wanted to keep it. Amazing. So a little bit about me. I love pictures. I love to take them. And right now, I'm going to read this book. Chapter 15. My poor baby, said Bradley's mother as she wrapped her massive arms around him. He had stopped crying shortly after he ran away from Melinda, but started again when he saw his mother. They beat me up and threw me in the mud, he sobbed. His mother wiped his face with a tissue she kept rolled up in her shirt sleeve. Come on, she said, and she led him by the hand down the hall to the bathroom. You'll take a nice warm bath, put on clean clothes, and feel good as new. Claudia was in the bathroom combing her wet hair. What happened to him? Oh, there were 4 of them, said Bradley, and they ripped up my homework too. You've been crying, Claudia accused. That's the rain, said Bradley. Claudia started to say something, but her mother told her to leave the bathroom. She laid out clean clothes on the bathroom counter, then started the water. After his bath, Bradley went into his bedroom. He was just in the nick of time. Ronnie the rabbit was romping across the bed, singing doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, when suddenly she was lost. Where am I? She asked. Now remember, Ronnie the rabbit, is that a real or imaginary character to Bradley? Suddenly, 3 bad guys were chasing her. They were the 2 of spades and the 9 of hearts and the king of diamonds. The king of diamonds was the leader of the bad guys. After her, he yelled. Help, called Ronnie. She ran to the edge of the bed, the cliff. She was trapped. The floor was 1,000 feet below. The bad guys moved in for the kill. Let me go, she shouted, then fell off the bed onto the floor. But that was an accident. Bradley picked her up and put her back on the edge of the bed. It never happened. There was timeout. What are you going to do to me? Asked Ronnie, trembling on the edge of the cliff. We're going to get rid of you, said the king of diamonds. Oh, no, you're not, said a voice from behind. It was Bartholomew. Get 'em, boys, ordered the king of diamonds. The cards attacked. Bartholomew punched the two of spades in the stomach, then flipped him over his head and over the cliff. Ah! The two of spades yells as he fell 1,000 feet to his death. Next, Bartholomew beat up the nine of hearts. Go join your friend! As he threw him over the cliff. Ah! Cried the nine. Now only the king of diamonds was left. He came at Bartholomew swinging an axe. I shall chop off your head, he sneered. Bartholomew ducked, then kicked the axe out of the king's hand and hit him in the face. He threw the king over the cliff too. Ronnie ran to Bartholomew. You saved my life. I know. Claudia walked into the room. Mom's making cookies because you got beat up, she said. Oh, you're going to have a black eye. I didn't get beat up, Bradley declared. I beat them up. I gave one kid 2 black eyes and another boy 3. You can't give somebody 3 black eyes, said Claudia. Be quiet, said Bradley, or I'll give you 4 black eyes. Claudia shrugged her shoulders and left the room. Bradley got up from his bed and went into the kitchen, where his mother was making chocolate chip cookies. She let him lick the spoon. Raise your hand if you like doing that. I want to know the names of the boys who did this to you. I'm going to call your school principal, she said. Bradley thought for a moment. I don't know their names. Don't be afraid to tell me, she said. They won't hurt you anymore. Bradley thought a moment. Jeff Fishkin, he declared. He was the leader of the gang. I'll call the school first thing in the morning. Good, said Bradley. I hope he gets in trouble. I hate him. Yikes. Chapter 16. Bradley walked slowly, holding his hand over his eyes so nobody could see it. His mother would have let him stay home from school, but his father said he had to go. He's scared, his mother had said. Some bullies have been terrorizing him. Babying him will not solve the problem, said his father. He has to learn to stand up for himself and fight back. The only reason the bullies pick on him is because they know he's afraid. Bradley was afraid, but not of the bullies. He wasn't scared of Melinda either. It was a little Lori Weston who scared him. He could picture her standing in the middle of the playground with her big mouth shouting for the whole school to hear, Melinda Birch beat up Bradley Chalkers and made him cry. Cautiously, he walked across the schoolyard, hand over eye, and entered Mrs. Ebble's class. He sat down in the last seat, last row. Jeff's chair was empty. Good, he thought, still covering his eye. He probably got kicked out of school. Out of his uncovered eye, he looked at the chart full of gold stars on the wall next to him. He was glad he didn't have any. He thought gold stars were ugly. Mrs. Ebble was in the middle of teaching the difference between adjectives and adverbs when she suddenly stopped and asked, Bradley, is there something the matter with your eye? No. Then please take your hand away from it. I can't. Why can't you? He quickly tried to think of a reason why he had to keep his eye covered. His mind raced through 100 ideas. My hand's stuck, he said. It's stuck? Asked Mrs. Ebble. I was gluing something and got glue on my hand, and then I accidentally touched my face with my hand, and it got stuck. Bradley, take your hand away from your eye. He grabbed his wrist with his free hand, and he tried to pull it away. I can't. It's stuck. Do you want to go to the principal's office? She said. He's good at unsticking things. Wait, I think it's starting to loosen now, he said. He pried his hand away. There was a bluish-black circle around his eye. For a few seconds, nobody said anything. Then everybody started talking at once. What happened? Asked Mrs. Ebble, but then quickly said, Never mind, I don't want to know. She told the class to turn around and start again on adverbs and adjectives. Jeff walked in late. He said something to Mrs. Ebble, then sat down next to Bradley. Bradley looked the other way at the chart full of gold stars. Of all the stars, Jeff's were the ugliest. Ooh, Bradley, how is he feeling inside? Is he really feeling like those stars are ugly, or is he upset with himself? For once he wished he sat in the front of the room. Then only Mrs. Ebble would have been able to see his face where he was. Everyone could turn around and stare at him. All morning, Mrs. Ebble had to keep telling kids to turn around and face front. When the bell rang for recess, he put his hand over his eye and hurried outside. He went to the far end of the playground where nobody would bother him, but the word quickly spread that Bradley Chalkers had a black eye, and kids kept wandering past him trying to get a peek. Melinda fights dirty, said Jeff, coming up behind him. She hit you when you weren't looking, and you couldn't hit her back because it's impolite to hit a girl. Right, said Bradley, turning around. I would have hit her in the face, except it's impolite. Melinda probably told the whole school that she beat me up. She's so mean. No, I don't think she told anybody. After you left, she asked me not to tell anyone what happened. She made Lori and Colleen promise to not tell too. She's probably afraid that I'll hit her back, said Bradley. Probably, said Jeff. Then this morning I was called into the principal's office. He thought I was the one who hit you. What'd you tell him? Bradley asked. Jeff shrugged. I told him you're my best friend. That principal's stupid, Bradley agreed. Wow, what kind of friend is Jeff? And Melinda sounded like she felt pretty bad that she did that. So, wow. Now, oh, hi, Waldo. Yeah, I can go peek out my window. I'll bring my camera. Yeah, but you got to stay on the sidewalk, and I'll just take a picture of your sweet new outfit. I hope I can find you. Okay, see you later. Bye. All right, looks like I have to go for now, so hopefully I'll see you later. Bye. Apparently this little lady wants to get fancy for you guys. So, should we show them your outfit, Eleanor? She's like, I don't care. Should we show them? Okay, so here's her fancy outfit. She is a sweatpants lady, but we're working on Marvelous Mondays or Formal Fridays, or just whenever she wants to be fancy. So I'm sorry that we weren't able to read today to you guys, so have a wonderful day and take care.